And they ask you what you feel that you're capable of doing. They don't just say, oh, you're just going to only work 2 hours a day and you're going to have a weight limit of 3 pounds. Because if you have all those restrictions, chances are you're not going to be working at all. But if you keep your restrictions reasonable so that you can do your job without injuring yourself, that's the goal. You don't want to re-injure or continue to injure yourself. You want to be able to do your job, and you use the therapy to help you lessen your pain so that you can do your job.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of doctors' offices don't understand. They just fill out the paperwork, like you just said. No lifting over 5 pounds. No sitting for longer than 10 minutes. Good morning. Welcome to our next podcast. We are here at Back to Work Melbourne, and we are here with Sharon, one of our longtime patients. Sharon, the first thing I think of when I think of you is you drive from
Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach. So you are one of our furthest patients that drives to come see us because as not many people do federal workers' comp. Sharon, tell us, where do you work?
I work in the DeLand post office.
Okay.
And I come here because they know how to get things done.
Thanks for saying that. Okay, we're done. So tell me, what were you doing? What led to you coming to our office? How did you injure yourself?
Mine is like a repetitive motion injury and I blame it on political mail because it's my thumbs and the grasping, the slipperiness of the mail. And over the years, it has accumulated and it's gotten worse. And I finally decided I'd better do something about it. And so I came to you because I watched Chris and Gina's podcast.
Right.
On Wednesdays, and they said, hey, we're having a meet and greet in Orlando. So I drove to Orlando and met you and a couple other doctors, and you looked at my thumbs and you went, oh, yeah, we can probably help you with that. And so I came, and you did.
So I remember meeting you and bringing you on in here, and it's great that you just spoke about your repetitive work injury, because a lot of people don't understand and don't even know that you can be treated for not just an injury that just happened last Wednesday. You were involved in a car accident in your mail truck, or you were picking up a heavy box and you heard a pop in your back, or you were reaching up and you heard a tear in your shoulder. That would be an injury that happened on one particular occasion, and that's when you fill out your CA1. But then there's so many people, just like yourself, that you didn't injure yourself on one particular occasion. You've been injuring yourself silently and slowly over years and years of just doing the same thing, whether it be repetitive reaching, repetitive walking, repetitive standing, repetitive pressing down on that gas pedal, injuring your ankle or your knee, or the squeezing that you do of all that mail. A lot of people don't understand that you can treat for those kinds of injuries, and your injury can have happened years ago.
That's true. Mine was just over the years. And it's amazing the therapies that you can do. Y'all got me the H-Wave machine, which is remarkable because it really cuts the pain. Not permanently forever, but for hours and hours. You can sleep at night, so it's really good.
Really?
Yeah, that H-Wave is awesome.
When you first injured yourself, how long were you suffering with your injury before you started in our office?
Prior to coming to you, like a couple years before, I had fallen and I broke one of my fingers. And I ended up having to have carpal tunnel surgery on one of my hands. And I thought maybe I'm getting carpal tunnel again or something. But it was really just isolated to my thumbs. And so I thought maybe I can do something about that. And that's why I went to see you, because I thought they will know if they can help me or not. And if I can get approval for this, and which we did all the paperwork. You did all the paperwork. I just filled out the form once. And you did the paperwork. And through the therapies that we've been doing and stuff, it has really improved my ability to do my job because my hands don't constantly hurt all the time. I don't have to take a ton of medication, which really sucks and is hard on your body. It's amazing the things that we can do now, because there's a variety of stuff that they can do therapy-wise to help you with your injuries. And it depends on what you have, you know.
Yes. There's treatment that we do when you have that acute injury, muscle stim, hot packs, cold packs, ultrasound, all different types of therapies that you can do when a person first injures themselves. But then as that injury is healing, you're doing more physical therapy. You're doing work hardening physical therapy. You're mimicking your job, doing forms of physical therapy to make those parts of your body stronger. So physical therapy changes over time as you're getting better, and that physical therapy should be changing over time so we can show that we're not doing the same thing day after day, but we're oftentimes trying to change your therapies and give you more therapies and give you different therapies to mimic the job that you do, to make you stronger in the job that you do. Are you working currently?
Yes.
Okay. And how much time were you out of work when you were with our office? Did you spend any time out of work?
I didn't spend any time out of work. I just continued to work with pain, which is not fun. So it's much better if you can work with less pain or no pain. And one of the things that the different therapies that we do, because they also teach you that, yes, you're having pain here, but it's because you have weak muscles because some of your muscles get lazy. And so you go to strengthening these other muscles to help support the muscles that have been injured.
Right.
And that was different. I had no idea.
And the reason I bring that up is because a lot of patients feel that if they're getting treatment for their injury, that they can't be working at the same time. And they don't want to not be working because they want to provide for their family, and they want to be working. So they think, oh, if I get therapy, I can't be working. And they don't understand that. No, you can be doing both at the same time. We want you working. We're not looking to be part of the problem. We want to be part of the solution and get your therapy and treat you and make you stronger while at the same time you're working. And yes, if there's restrictions that we have to put on you, even though we don't want to, they don't want to give you a different job because they have other people that they have hired for that other job. They don't want to put you in a different job. It's either do your job or go home.
Yeah, that is true.
We'll give you restrictions because we don't want you to injure yourself at work. We're trying to make you better, not worse. But we do understand, doing this for many years, that the moment we do give you some restrictions, then we are opening up the door for them to just send you home. So you can be coming for therapy and you can be working at the same time.
And they ask you what you feel that you're capable of doing. They don't just say, oh, you're just going to only work 2 hours a day and you're going to have a weight limit of 3 pounds. Because if you have all those restrictions, chances are you're not going to be working at all. But if you keep your restrictions reasonable so that you can do your job without injuring yourself, that's the goal. You don't want to re-injure or continue to injure yourself. You want to be able to do your job, and you use the therapy to help you lessen your pain so that you can do your job.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of doctors' offices don't understand. They just fill out the paperwork, like you just said, no lifting over 5 pounds, no sitting for longer than 10 minutes. They just fill out that form, not thinking what's going to happen with this person when they to their supervisor.
They're just going to look at them and go, you can't do your job, you have to go home.
Exactly.
And if you're sitting at home, how are you going to get paid?
Exactly. That opens up another can of worms on the getting paid. But that's why we understand that, and that's why we want to give you as few restrictions as possible. Now, if we really feel that, listen, your job is aggravating to yourself, you're not getting better, you need to take a little bit of time off, we'll say that to you. But because we are trying to get you better, and we're just being honest. But if we're able to get you to work and provide you minimal restrictions, which means your employer is going to allow you to work, that's what we're all about. We're all about treating you and getting you back to work. And the people who work at the post office, just like yourself, you are people that want to work. It's like a professional athlete. To tell a professional athlete, oh, you can't play baseball, they're going to look at me and say, no, I'm playing baseball. You just need to treat me while I'm playing baseball. And it's the same thing when you're treating people at the post office. Is not that we only treat people at the post office. We treat people from the VA, from the airport, customs, FBI. We treat all those people. Most of our patients are the post office. But when I tell a postal employee, oh, you shouldn't be working, they look at me like, no, I am working. You just need to treat me as I'm working. And that's the same thing as a professional athlete. And we understand that, and which is great, because that's the mentality that most people have is, I want to take this to the end. I want to retire. I see the end of the rainbow, and I just need to get there. And you need to help me get there by treating me while I'm still working. And that's what we try to do in most instances, is just treat the patient while they're working. So how's your treatment been?
All of your team members are so good, and they work together so everybody knows what your problems are and what they need to do and the therapies that they use. And it's different as you go along. I've been coming here for quite a while, And as you said earlier, as you proceed, things change a little bit. You still see the same people, and they're all really nice. And they'll listen to you. If you're having a problem or a bad day or you got something else going on, we can go get a little massage and get that kink worked out, and it's awesome.
Everyone here is handpicked. You know, when I'm interviewing for a specific position here, we get, you know, plenty of resumes. So everyone here has been handpicked because we know what you go through, and we know the various personalities. So therefore, the staff that needs to be here is a staff that understands, and a staff that enjoys their job, and a staff that enjoys people. It's not just a job. Because you're coming in here, you're already in pain. Your personality is already a little compromised because of the pain that you're in. We need to have staff that understands that, what you're going through, and the things that change, and your injury that changes from day to day. So everyone, I'm glad that you said it, because everyone here is handpicked. They all love their job. It's great when you have an office of people that enjoy starting work at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're here from 7 o'clock in the morning because there are some patients that 7 o'clock is just better, or 8 o'clock in the morning is just better than trying to get here in the middle of the day or towards the end of the day. But they're always available 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So we've got staff members here that are here 7 o'clock in the morning, and they enjoy their job. So they enjoy being here. And then when a patient raises their hand and says, listen, I know that 1 o'clock is your lunchtime, but that's the only time I can come in. I've got 3 staff members that are raising their hand saying, no problem, we'll see you at lunchtime. That's what you do when you enjoy your job. And we have a staff here in Melbourne that really enjoys their job. And also our staff in Orlando, they're wonderful too, that enjoy their job. And when you enjoy your job, the patients feel that. And
definitely.
That's what you need to be feeling.
Yeah, we can tell when you walk in. But it's not like that here. They always ask you how you're doing, what your pain level is, how you're feeling, and they care. Mm-hmm. It's not just the random, oh, I'm reading off the sheet. Oh, how are you feeling? What's your pain level? Where do you hurt? And it's not like that. You have an actual conversation and you talk to them about stuff. And they listen.
That's why you're here. It keeps you coming because you enjoy where you're going. And it's important. It's important to, even a doctor's office. Most doctor's offices think, oh, they need us. This patient needs us. So no matter what our personality is here in the office, no matter how we treat someone, whether it be the front desk or in the back or whatever, you need us. And that's not true. Being a doctor's office is just as much customer service as any other office. And if we don't have that high level of customer service, a person like you would not be a patient here.
Well, that's probably true. I like the people here. So I come here.
So Orlando is closer to you,
yeah,
but you still come here anyway.
But I still come here anyway.
That's really nice of you. We appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I know I wanted you last time, and I've wanted you for a long time to be one of our podcast people. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you had a great time.
I did, and thank you for asking me.
All right.